Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co daily FX market review for the trading day ending Wednesday, October 14th. Firstly to the Euro US dollar, and here we see very solid buying in this market for today's trading. Previously we saw resistance coming in around the 114 level, and today the market has taken that out in a strong bullish manner. Buyers in control strongly committed, and importantly the market breaching through the previous major resistance level at 114.59 in a bullish manner, with the buyers showing very strong commitment. This suggests that there is a very good possibility of the market trading to higher levels, and the extent of those higher levels could be this potential resistance area around 116.03. If we do see the market come off and trade back down through the 114.59 level, and there is an opportunity for that area to hold a support, but if we do trade down through there, we should be watching this 114 level that was previously some resistance as potential support, and then also down at the Tenkan-sen indicator 113.30, potentially very strong support at the Tenkan-sen if the market does come off. But we do have a bullish market in all three timeframes, supported by the Chiker span, and with this solid buying and the strong bullish activity up above the Ichimoku cloud, it suggests that the buyers now are the very much stronger party in the Euro US dollar. In terms of the hourly chart, and here we've seen the market trading above each of the Ichimoku indicators for the majority of the trading day, certainly above the Ichimoku cloud and the Kijun-sen for all of the day, and just testing through the Tenkan-sen on a couple of trading days, but initially finding resistance at the first pivot point resistance level, then the second, and then at the third. Travelling up to the third suggests that this is something of an extreme day, and we may not see as strong follow through as we saw previously. The extent of the follow through today could be the 115.17 area, and at a stretch the 115.80 area, which is the second pivot point resistance level, 115.117 being the first. If we do see the market come off, potentially strong support at the Tenkan-sen 114.61. At the moment this market is looking a little overextended in the depth away from the Ichimoku cloud, but as we travel further into the day, that cloud will actually move up to meet where the market's trading. Solid support though may down below where the market's trading at the moment may halt and a retracement back towards the cloud, and that includes the Tenkan-sen at 114.61, the middle pivot point level at 114.45, and the Kijun-sen at 114.33. Next to the US dollar Japanese yen, and here we've seen continued selling in this market. For the previous day's trading we saw the sellers attempting to build momentum but finding support at the Tenkan-sen. Today that Tenkan-sen's been taken out in a very bearish manner, as well as some very important levels here in the recent past, 119.20 and just testing down through 118.90. The market failed to close down through this swing low. We'd like to see it test down through there in a bearish manner, but this very large black body candle, the sellers in control showing strong commitment, does suggest that we certainly could see continued downside, and we may have now seen resolution of the market to the downside and breaching through that prior trading of that very indecisive trading in the congestion area. Here we saw the market finding resistance previously at 120.114, testing down through to this 118.90 area as support for the last month or so, and we may see resolution of that with the market trading down below each of the Ichimoku indicators in a bearish manner, supported now by the Chiker span being down below the corresponding price action, suggesting that we certainly could see continued downside. If we do breach down through this swing low, then we could see the market testing for the next day or so down around the 117.94 level. Just bearing in mind that this is now something of an extreme day, and we don't tend to see follow through in the same manner as we did previously, and at the moment in this new candle we are seeing some buying coming in, but there is potential for 118.90 to hold as resistance as we're seeing at the moment, and then potential at 119.20. And looking at the hourly chart with the US dollar Japanese yen, and we saw the market selling off initially, finding support at the first pivot point support level, rallying to find strong resistance around the Kijun-sen indicator, selling off to find support there once again, support down at the second, and then breaching down through the third for an extreme day. This trading activity down through the third level suggests that it is an extreme day, and we certainly may not see the market testing at least down to the second. Certainly the third is too extreme, 117.18. The second is a possibility of the sellers have strong control, 117.90, but the extent of the move to the downside, if we do see it, could be down to the 118.36 first pivot point support level. At the moment the market is rallying, but we are seeing some resistance coming in at the Tenkan-sen at 118.94. A rally up through there could find resistance at the middle level at 119.08, and then at the Kijun-sen at 119.20, and a breach up through there could see the first pivot point resistance level at 119.54 tested. We are looking rather extreme in the price action, the depth of the price action down through the Ichimoku cloud, and this rally is suggesting that the market may be attempting to find equilibrium in that medium-term time frame and in the longer-term time frame by testing back towards the Ichimoku indicators. Moving next to cable, the British pound US dollar, and here today we're seeing a very large white body candle, very strong buying coming into this market. Previously we were trading down below the cloud and the Kijun-sen indicator, finding strong support at the Tenkan-sen for that day's trading prior to today. The sellers are showing some solid downside momentum off the back of the continued resistance at the Kijun-sen, but today, with the buyers coming in strongly, breaching up through the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen, which was strong resistance in the recent past, we've seen the market now close within the Ichimoku cloud. So that bearish activity in the longer term time frame is no longer in the market, and we have a neutral market in big picture terms. There is an opportunity for the market to trade out through the cloud, but as we see for today's trading, we've found resistance at the top of the cloud and a small amount of price rejection, so that's going to be the benchmark moving forward. The top of the cloud at 154.89, and a solid bullish breakout through there and strong bullish follow through could see the market continue to trade to higher levels, with potential resistance at the previous swing high at 156.50. Looking to the hourly charts, and the market initially opened down below the Ichimoku cloud but rallied through the first half of the trading session off the back of the support at the Tenkan-sen for most of the day, breaching up through the cloud in a bullish manner, then eventually some strong bullish follow through for the market to test roughly around the second pivot point resistance level. The market has opened well up above the cloud and the Kijun-sen indicator, finding support at the Tenkan-sen. It's pointing up sharply and is likely to see the market bounce off there. If we do trade higher, looking to the first pivot point resistance level 155.63 to hold as resistance. Any strong selling through the Tenkan-sen could see support at the middle pivot point level 154.04, and then at the Kijun-sen at 153.69. Next to the Aussie dollar US dollar, and following the selling of the prior day's price action, we saw continuation of the trend to the downside for today's candle, this second last one on the chart. But we have seen the buyers take control away from the sellers. Previous days trading, the market closed at the lows. That suggested we certainly could see the market testing to lower levels. We did see that today, but we saw strong support coming in below 72.16 and at the Tenkan-sen indicator, and with the market closing up very close to the high, it suggests that the buyers have closed with control, and by forming a white body candle we've seen net momentum switch from the sellers back to the buyers. Unfortunately for the buyers, they found strong resistance at the top of the Ichimoku cloud, and we saw some price rejection from there, failing to breach through there. For the new session, the market has opened outside of the cloud, and this suggests that we certainly could see the market transition into a strong bull market phase in the longer term time frame if we can maintain price action out through the top of the cloud. So we want to see a strong bullish breakout and strong bullish follow through, and essentially the market trading through this previous resistance level at 73.90. Bullish activity up above there could eventually see the Aussie dollar testing up through to this highlighted zone of previous support and resistance between roughly 75.50 and 76. If we do see selling in the market, looking to potentially strong support at the top of the cloud at 72.74. And to the hourly chart, and here for the opening of the session that has just finished, we saw the market trading very significantly down below the Ichimoku cloud. The depth of that price action away from the cloud was too great, and the market then retraced back towards the cloud to find equilibrium. And this is how Ichimoku works, where we have the markets trading away from equilibrium, and the various indicators represent equilibrium in their respective timeframes, and then we move back towards equilibrium, and that's what we've seen today. The market finding strong support at the first pivot point support level for today's trading, bouncing off there in a strong bullish manner through the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, finding some resistance around the middle pivot point level, eventually breaching up through there to find resistance at the top of the cloud. For the new session, we've seen the market break out through the top of the cloud in a bullish manner, follow through for this candle, testing to the first pivot point resistance level, but we're seeing some price rejection from there on this current candle. Depending on how this candle finalizes, if we see a bearish candle here form at the end of this hourly session, then we could see the market test lower. If we see the buyers continue here and test up around this level, then we could see the market building momentum to breach up through the first pivot point resistance level to test to the second at 73.91. Bearish activity could see strong support coming in at the Tenkan-sen 72.96, and then a test down to the top of the cloud at 72.89, and we could see some strong support coming in